Hello everyone, welcome back to C Morning Show. Now, as we all know, the United States have long been one of the most influential music markets in the entire world.
Yep.
Now, giving rise to countless noteworthy artists and hit songs all over the world.
That is so true. Now, many artists or singers from around the world dreams of making it big in the U.S. music industry. One of them is Vietnamese-American singer called Thuy. So actually we say like
Thuy.
Thuy.
So according to her, let's ask her later.
Thuy.
Because she kicked off the holiday season by releasing a new single.
That is so true. It's called Snowing in, not here, but in LA.
I hope it's snowing here in Jakarta,
Of
right?
course, and follows the release of her debut EP. So I hope you see this, which has already amassed over 10 million streams to date.
That is right, and we are now connected with Thuy live from the US. She will share with us the latest update on her newest single. Hello Thuy, good morning from Indonesia.
Hi, oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me. I even set the vibe for you guys back here. I have the fireplace and, you know, the tree that we just put up yesterday, but this is so insane to be here talking to you guys. And yes, I just released a song. It's funny because it never snows in Los Angeles.
Right.
So
I
we
wanted to
actually
make a
feel the
song
same
that
way.
Yeah, wait, does it snow in Indonesia?
Not at all.
No.
So basically,
Gotcha.
from your route in Vietnam, we share the same,
yes.
weather.
Yes.
Although it's never like really cold like in Vietnam. But we really hope that it would snow.
Yeah,
here
we just need to be
Indonesia.
happy when it's just rainy season. That would be fine too.
Yeah.
Now,
You know, when I was a
yes?
yes, go ahead.
Go continue.
No,
okay.
it's funny because when I was a kid,
Mhm.
I used to always, I always thought that Santa existed, and
Right.
every Christmas year, I would like write a letter to Santa and just wish for snow. And the closest that I ever got to snow was when it would hail. And I felt like Santa actually heard my prayers. And yeah, I just thought it was, I don't know, I really love Christmas. So I wanted to make a Christmas song just for the holidays to get everybody in the spirit. Yeah.
And also, in regard to that, you just released your newest single, Snowing in LA, on December 9.
Yay.
Congratulations are in order. But the question is, what kind of music do you offer to your listener?
I mean, I love like doing pop. I love doing R&B, but I feel like, you know, growing up, I used to listen to a lot of pop music. But then when I went into junior high, I was introduced to R&B, and I just absolutely fell in love with R&B. So I feel like now I'm able to tap into that a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
The project that I just released, I hope you see this, is totally R&B based, and I just love it. I love like the feeling that R&B music gives me, and I feel like because I talk a lot about like heartbreak and love, the genre just kind of fits it perfectly.
Okay. Now, Thuy, the song is quite interesting, and you release it at the perfect moment since we're now, in the middle of the holiday season, right? So tell us more about that, exactly what your song is all about. We want to know.
Yeah, so, you know, I'm a little bit crazy when it comes to just being impulsive because I just released a project and I was not planning on releasing a Christmas song, but I'm the type of person that if I put my mind to something and I get excited about something, I will call everybody that I need to make it happen. And so me and my friends, my friend Hani and my friend Alex, who are amazing musicians, I invited them over for a jam session at my house. And then once we were done, I turned to them and I said, hey, do you guys want to make a Christmas song? So then they started playing the keys and the guitar. And then I started singing out Snowing in LA. And, you know, I live in LA now, and a lot of people usually leave back home for the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to write a song about, you know, just that feeling of being in a ghost town and wanting them to stay with me, even though I know they have family to go back home to.
Mm-hmm.
But it was kind of like a love song, but also trying to put that little hint of like the holiday season in there. But yeah, everybody just leaves, LA during this time. So I just wanted to write a song about it.
Okay.
Nice. But, Thuy, there are not a lot of Southeast Asian representation when it comes to music industry there in the States. We know lots of Mexican, Puerto Rican, and those Latin roots, but not really much of Southeast Asian. And also, if you look into lots of Asian stand-up comedian being Jimmy O Yang and other stand-up comedians, they always say about us Asians are always encouraged to pursue the career in medicine. But I heard that you once gave up on music and went to study medicine instead. Is that true?
That is absolutely true. My parents are both immigrants from Vietnam, and so they gave up a lot of their life to come to America. I felt like this pressure to make them proud, and the only way that I knew how was to either become a doctor or something in the medical field. But then when I graduated from college, I just was not happy. I didn't feel fulfilled in what I was doing. I was moving from like different medical offices. I was working at a dental office, then I worked in optometry, then I worked in dermatology, then I shadowed a physician's assistant.
Oh, wow.
And I did all the things that I needed to do to kind of be successful in the medical field. But I just wasn't happy. And, about 3 years ago, I just decided to quit my job and move to Los Angeles. But honestly, it's been the best decision I've ever made. So, at first my parents were really worried about me. When I told them I was going to move to Los Angeles and quit my job and pursue a singing career, they were like, are you sure about that? Are you going to be financially okay? And I lied to them. I pretended that I had like a savings, saved up, but really I had like barely anything in my savings account.
Right.
But I think that the fact that I, took that risk, it kind of all worked out. And honestly, it had to work out. Like I had to figure it out along the way. So yes, I think even though I'm not doing medicine, now I feel like my parents are so supportive, and I feel like I'm just kind of living out a different version of their dreams. So that makes me really happy. And I think they're proud of what I'm doing. Hopefully.
You know what, Thuy? I think this is like meant to be, because you're actually speaking to a dentist over here. So Rama is actually a dentist.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so
Wow.
yes,
Yeah.
I can relate. So while you were actually like explaining, I'm like doing like, that's me.
Right. Because it's such a common experience, I feel like, especially for a lot of minorities that I've encountered here in America. Like I feel like we've all gone through the same experiences, whether they're Vietnamese or they're Mexican or whatever that is. Especially being from immigrant parents, I feel like we've all kind of shared the same experience.
Yeah, that's right.
And so when I talk to other creatives who've taken that risk, I just relate to them so much, and I commend them for their I guess their power, because I think it takes a lot of strength to quit something that's considered normal and do something that is just totally left field. And so I think that's why we kind of relate to each other in a sense.
Yes, I feel you, Thuy. I feel you.
I can hear the authority tone in that yes.
Yes. Now, speaking about the career, Hans did mention about, as Asians doing careers in U.S. is not, a easy step or easy thing to do. Now, obviously, in the entertainment world and also music industry itself, even in the U.S., how big are the chances that Asian artists, just to be specific, can actually succeed in the U.S. scene itself?
Honestly, I used to always look at other people's journey, and they would always say, I'm doing it, so you could do it too. And I used to just feel like I couldn't get there. But I know it's kind of corny to say, but I think if you really put your mind to it, like you can really make something of this. And I feel like in the day and age that we're in right now, social media is everything, you know? And
Right,
so
right.
you don't need a record label, or you don't need a management company to help you out. Like, you really can do this yourself, whether it's on TikTok or Instagram, or just kind of putting yourself out there. And I think right now there's been a lot of visibility to Asians in music or the industry, or I'm sorry, film and media and all of that. And so I think that right now is the time that we're kind of getting our moment. And honestly, I hope that this moment stays longer. And I hope that, you know, at the end of the day, I want it to be about my music. And then it just so happens to be that I'm Vietnamese. Because I think it should just be about the music. And, you know, if you work hard and you just are super passionate about what you're doing, I feel like there's just no way you can't make this happen, you know? It's gonna happen if you just work hard and you're talented.
I like that.
I
It's
agree
gonna
to
happen.
that. Yeah,
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Just make it happen. It's just that probably some other people, some people need to work harder than other people, but that's okay. Hey, as long as you put your mind into it. And so back to your music, Thuy. Your passion is in pop music, like you told us, but why did you choose R&B instead?
Well, honestly, like I said, I mean, I grew up listening to Britney Spears. Honestly, Britney Spears was the reason why I even wanted to be a pop singer in the first place. When I saw her perform, and I played out her CD over and over again, like a psycho. I was in the back room. That was all that I listened to. That was literally all I listened to. So growing up, I listened to a lot of Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Mariah Carey, and like I said, it wasn't until I was in junior high and I knew how to navigate YouTube. And I don't know if this has ever happened to you guys, but if you go down a dark rabbit hole, you know, you just kind of like click on a video and then all of a sudden you're in another video. And so that's how I was introduced. Yeah, so that's how I was introduced to R&B music. So then I started listening to Tamia, Brandy, Avant, literally all of the R&B legends, you know? And so hearing them sing in such a rhythmic way with like such a heavy bass to it, it made me feel good. And like, it just, you know, for me, music is about feeling good, and R&B, when I make the music, it's almost therapeutic. And like, I think it's because I talk a lot about like my own experiences, whether it's heartbreak, love, self-love, you know, confidence, that type of thing. And I just feel like that coupled with like the R&B sounds really just lets me tell my story better. So maybe I think that's why that I just kind of gravitate towards R&B music.
And it is only right if we can hear you sing some parts of your music. Come on.
Absolutely. And this song that I want to sing to you guys is called Universe. And I actually originally wrote it about my dog, and then it turned into a love song about my boyfriend, and then just like a self-love song. So I hope that wherever you're at in the world, if you are watching this, just know that love is universal. And I hope that you guys feel something from this. So,
Hit us,
here we
hit
go.
us.
Let me make sure this plays. And I have a tiny mic here. Just hold me close. Keep me afloat. With you I feel stronger. Oh, just imagine all the little things we could do. Just imagine if I put my trust in you. Oh, I, 'cause you are my universe, my everything, my sunset. You still give me butterflies, my lullaby. You are everything I wanted. When you see me running, run after me, don't let me go. Just imagine all the little things we could do. Just imagine.